Brigitte Bardot, the French bombshell. While Brigitte Bardot achieved mythic status in the public eye following her breakthrough role in Roger Vadim's 1956 film and God Created Woman, there exists a more complex, less celebrated dimension to her identity. From her early years into her 9-decade journey, Bardot's life was characterized by deep-seated bitterness, enduring despair, and moments of cruelty. In this video, we delve into the entire life, career, and pain that Brigitte had to go through. Brigitte Bardot, the iconic French actress and sex symbol, was born on September 28, 1934, in the 15th arrondissement of Paris, France. She came into the world as the daughter of Louis Bardot, 1896-1975, and Anne-Marie Mussel, 1912-1978. Her father, originally from Ligny-en-Barrois, was a successful engineer who owned several industrial factories in Paris. Her mother, on the other hand, was the daughter of an insurance company director. Brigitte grew up in a conservative Catholic family, much like her father. Her early years were marked by a somewhat strict and controlled upbringing. She faced challenges during her childhood, one of which was amblyopia, a condition that resulted in decreased vision in her left eye. In addition to her physical condition, Bardot's childhood was marked by the expectations and standards set by her parents. Her family resided in a luxurious 7-bedroom apartment in the prestigious 16th arrondissement of Paris. Despite the material prosperity, Brigitte harbored resentment during her early years. Her father, in particular, imposed strict behavioral rules, including impeccable table manners and the requirement to wear appropriate clothing. Her mother was highly selective when it came to choosing companions for her, leading to Brigitte having very few childhood friends. One traumatic incident from her childhood stood out in Brigitte's memory. While playing in their house, she and her younger sister, Mijanou Bardot, accidentally broke their parents' favorite vase. In response, their father meted out a severe punishment, whipping the sisters 20 times. After this incident, he began treating them as strangers and demanded that they address their parents using the formal pronoun vous, typically reserved for unfamiliar or higher-status individuals outside the immediate family. This incident had a profound impact on Brigitte, leading to her developing a deep-seated resentment toward her parents and sowing the seeds for her future rebellious and independent lifestyle. During the occupation of Paris by Nazi Germany in World War II, Bardot's life was affected by the increasingly strict civilian surveillance in the city. As a result, she spent more time at home, where she developed a deep passion for dancing to records. Her mother recognized her potential for a ballet career in her dancing, and this became a focus for young Bardot. At the age of 7, Brigitte was admitted to the private school Cours Hattemer. This school arrangement allowed her to attend classes 3 days a week, granting her ample time to pursue dance lessons at a local studio, all of which were arranged by her mother. In 1949, at the age of 15, she gained admission to the prestigious Conservatoire de Paris, a significant achievement for a young dancer. Here, she spent 3 years honing her ballet skills under the guidance of Russian choreographer Boris Kniazev. Simultaneously, she continued her studies at the Institut de la Tour, a private Catholic high school near her home. In 1949, Brigitte's life took a significant turn when Hélène Gordon-Lazareff, the director of renowned magazines Elle and Le Jardin des Modes, recognized her potential and hired her as a junior fashion model. This marked her entry into the world of modeling at just 15 years old. Her career took a leap when, on March 8, 1950, she appeared on the cover of Elle, a significant achievement at such a young age. Her newfound fame in the world of fashion led to an unexpected acting offer for the film Les Lauriers sont coupés, directed by Marc Allegret. However, Bardot's decision to pursue acting was met with resistance from her parents, who initially opposed her career aspirations. Interestingly, her grandfather was supportive, emphasizing that her career choices should not be seen as a reflection of her character. During her audition for the film, she crossed paths with Roger Vadim, who would become a pivotal figure in her life. Although she did not secure the role, she and Vadim fell in love. The relationship between Bardot and Vadim was not without its challenges. Her parents vehemently opposed their romance, and her father even announced plans to send her to England for further education, providing her with a train ticket for the following day. In a dramatic gesture, Bardot put her head into an oven with an open flame in response to this ultimatum, alarming her parents. Eventually, they relented and accepted the relationship, albeit with one condition: that she would marry Vadim when she turned 18. This period of Bardot's life marked the intersection of her burgeoning career in entertainment and her tumultuous personal life, foreshadowing the complex and captivating persona that would captivate audiences worldwide in the years to come. Brigitte Bardot's romantic life has been a tumultuous journey marked by multiple marriages and numerous passionate relationships. In total, Bardot has been married 4 times, with her current marriage enduring far longer than her previous 3 combined. She has always been open about her romantic escapades and has counted a total of 17 romantic relationships in her life. Her attitude toward relationships was characterized by a constant search for passion, often leading her to leave one relationship when it started to lose its intensity. As she once put it, "I have always looked for passion. That's why I was often unfaithful. And when the passion was coming to an end, I was packing my suitcase." Brigitte Bardot's first marriage took place on December 20th, 1952, when she was just 18 years old. She wed the director Roger Vadim, marking the beginning of a significant chapter in her personal life. However, their union encountered turbulence, and they separated in 1956. This separation occurred after Bardot became romantically involved with her co-star from the film And God Created Woman, Jean-Louis Trintignant. This love affair ultimately led to her divorce from Vadim the following year. At the time, Jean-Louis Trintignant was married to actress Stéphane Audran, adding an extra layer of complexity to the situation. It's worth noting that despite the end of her marriage to Roger Vadim, Bardot and Vadim remained in touch for the rest of his life and even collaborated on later projects, reflecting a degree of enduring friendship and professional respect. Following her divorce from Vadim, Bardot embarked on a romantic journey with Jean-Louis Trintignant. They lived together for about 2 years, spanning the period before and after Bardot's divorce from Vadim. However, unlike her previous marriage, Bardot and Trintignant never officially tied the knot. After her split from Vadim, Bardot acquired a magnificent historic property known as Le Castellet in Cannes. This exquisite villa, dating back to the 16th century, boasted 14 bedrooms and was surrounded by lush gardens, olive trees, and vineyards. The property consisted of several buildings, providing Bardot with a picturesque retreat that reflected her growing affluence and penchant for the finer things in life. In 1958, Bardot expanded her real estate portfolio by purchasing another property named La Madrague, situated in the idyllic location of Saint-Tropez. This acquisition showcased her love for the French Riviera and would become an integral part of her life. However, Bardot's personal life during this period was marked by tumultuous ups and downs. Following her breakup with Jean-Louis Trintignant, reports of a nervous breakdown in Italy surfaced in early 1958. Newspaper reports even suggested a suicide attempt involving sleeping pills just 2 days before her alleged breakdown. Her public relations manager, however, denied the suicide attempt. Fortunately, Bardot managed to recover within a few weeks, demonstrating her resilience in the face of personal challenges. Soon after her recovery, Bardot entered into a relationship with actor Jacques Charrier. Their romance quickly led to a pregnancy, and they decided to marry on June 18, 1959. Bardot's only child, a son named Nicolas. Jacques Charrier was born on January 11, 1960, marking a significant moment in her personal life. During the early 1960s, Bardot had an affair with actor Glenn Ford, further complicating her romantic life. Eventually, her marriage to Jacques Charrier ended in divorce in 1962, and their son Nicolas was primarily raised in the Charrier family, having limited contact with his biological mother until he reached adulthood. Sammy Frey entered the scene as a notable figure in Bardot's life, rumored to be the reason for her divorce from Charrier. Bardot was deeply enamored with Frey, but their relationship was short-lived as he swiftly departed from her life. From 1963 to 1965, Bardot shared her life with musician Bob Zaguri, marking another chapter in her series of passionate relationships and romances that captured the attention of the public and the media. Her third marriage was to the German millionaire playboy Günter Sachs, and it lasted from July 14, 1966 to October 7, 1969. However, their separation had occurred a year before the official divorce. During this time, Bardot was actively involved in her acting career, including her role in the film Shalako. It's worth noting that she famously rejected the advances of the suave actor Sean Connery while filming this movie. Bardot humorously remarked, "It didn't last long because I wasn't a James Bond girl. I have never succumbed to his charm." In 1968, she started dating Patrick Gilles, who was her co-star in the film The Bear and the Doll, 1970. However, their relationship concluded in the spring of 1971. Over the next few years, Bardot's romantic life saw a series of relationships with various individuals. She dated bartender and ski instructor Christian Kalt, nightclub owner Luigi Gigi Rizzi, renowned singer Serge Gainsbourg, writer John Gilmore, and actor Warren Beatty, reflecting her attraction to a wide range of personalities and interests. Laurent Verger, her co-star in Don Juan or If Don Juan Were a Woman, also became a part of her romantic journey. In 1974, Bardot made headlines when she appeared in a nude photo shoot for Playboy magazine, marking her 40th birthday. This bold move garnered significant attention and celebrated her enduring allure. In 1975, Bardot entered into a relationship with artist Miroslav Brožek. During this time, she posed for some of his sculptures, showcasing her continued connection to the world of art. Brožek, also known by his stage name Jean Blaise, was not only an artist, but also an actor. They lived together at La Madrague, her property in Saint-Tropez. However, their relationship eventually came to an end in December 1979, marking yet another chapter in Bardot's ever-evolving romantic life. Brigitte Bardot's life continued to be eventful in the years following her previous relationships and marriages. From 1980 to 1985, Bardot entered into a live-in relationship with Alain Bougrain-Dubourg, a French TV producer. This marked a significant period in her personal life, during which she found companionship and support. However, on September 27, 1983, the eve of her 49th birthday, Bardot faced a life-threatening situation. She took an overdose of sleeping pills or tranquilizers, along with red wine, leading to a critical medical emergency. She was rushed to the hospital where her life was saved thanks to the use of a stomach pump to evacuate the pills from her body. This incident served as a stark reminder of the challenges and pressures she faced in her personal life during that time. The following year, in 1984, Bardot received a diagnosis that would further test her resilience. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. In the face of this daunting challenge, Bardot made a courageous decision. She declined to undergo chemotherapy treatment, opting instead for radiation therapy. Her strength and determination were evident as she battled the disease, and she successfully recovered in 1986. Bardot's personal life also included her fourth and current marriage to Bernard Dormal, which began on August 16, 1992. This marked a lasting and enduring partnership in her life. In 2018, Bardot addressed rumors and speculations regarding her past relationships in an interview with Le Journal du Dimanche. She denied any romantic involvement with figures like Johnny Hallyday, Jimi Hendrix, and Mick Jagger, clarifying her personal history and putting an end to decades-long speculations. Besides her remarkably complicated married life, Brigitte Bardot's multifaceted life extended beyond her prolific career in film and music. In the later years of her life, she turned her fame and influence toward a cause that was dear to her heart: animal rights. In 1986, Bardot took a pivotal step by establishing the Brigitte Bardot Foundation for the Welfare and Protection of Animals. This foundation would become a central platform for her advocacy on behalf of animals and their well-being. Her dedication to this cause was exemplified by her personal commitment to becoming a vegetarian, a lifestyle choice that reflected her deep compassion for animals. To fund her foundation's efforts, Bardot displayed her characteristic determination and resourcefulness. She auctioned off jewelry and personal belongings, raising an impressive 3 million francs, approximately $430,000 in 1986, to support the organization's mission. This financial backing allowed her to actively champion the rights and welfare of animals. In an intriguing incident in 1989, while caring for her Nigbor, Jean-Pierre Manivet's donkey, Bardot observed that the mare displayed excessive interest in her older donkey. Fearing that the mating would be fatal for her mare, Bardot made the difficult decision to have the neighbor's donkey castrated to prevent the dangerous coupling. However, this action resulted in a lawsuit brought by the neighbor, who claimed that Bardot had created a false scandal. In the end, Bardot emerged victorious in the legal battle, with the court ordering Manivet to pay 20,000 francs for his unfounded allegations. Brigitte Bardot's advocacy for animal rights was not limited to her home country. In 1999, she demonstrated her global concern for the welfare of animals by writing a letter addressed to Chinese President Jiang Zemin. This letter, published in the French magazine VSD, contained a pointed accusation. Bardot accused the Chinese of engaging in practices such as torturing bears and killing the world's last tigers and rhinos to make aphrodisiacs. Her bold stance and international efforts exemplified her unwavering dedication to the cause of animal rights, making her a prominent and influential figure in this arena. Brigitte Bardot's commitment to animal rights continued to shine through her philanthropic efforts and passionate advocacy for animal welfare. In 2001, she demonstrated her dedication to the cause by donating a substantial sum of over $140,000 over a span of 2 years. This financial contribution was directed towards a critical initiative: a mass sterilization and adoption program aimed at addressing the issue of Bucharest's stray dogs. These dogs, estimated to number around 300 to 1,000, faced challenging living conditions, and Bardot's donation sought to alleviate their plight by supporting sterilization and adoption efforts. Bardot's advocacy extended beyond the borders of France. She staunchly opposed the consumption of horse meat and became a prominent figure in the fight against this practice. Her dedication to animal protection led her to condemn the seal hunting industry in Canada during a visit to the country. She collaborated with Paul Watson of the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society to voice her strong opposition to the hunting of seals, drawing attention to the cruelty involved in the process. In August 2010, Bardot directed her advocacy efforts towards another pressing issue. She penned a heartfelt letter to Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, appealing for the sovereign's intervention to halt the killing of dolphins in the Faroe Islands. Bardot's passionate plea decried the activity as a macabre spectacle and a mass slaughter. She described it as an outmoded tradition that lacked any acceptable justification in the modern world. Her appeal to the Queen and public awareness campaigns shed light on the controversial practice and contributed to the global conversation surrounding animal welfare. In April 2011, French Culture Minister Frédéric Mitterrand made a controversial decision by officially including bullfighting in France's cultural heritage. Bardot, a staunch opponent of bullfighting, responded with a strongly worded letter of protest directed at Mitterrand. Her letter stood as a testament to her commitment to fighting against practices that caused harm to animals. Bardot's impact on the world of animal conservation extended beyond France's borders. In May 2011, the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, an organization known for its dedication to marine life protection, expressed its gratitude for Bardot's support by renaming its fast interceptor vessel MV Gojira as MV Brigitte Bardot. This renaming was a fitting tribute to her unwavering advocacy and contributions to the cause of animal protection. From 2013 onward, the Brigitte Bardot Foundation collaborated with Kagyupa International Monlam Trust of India to operate an annual veterinary care camp. This initiative was conducted in Bodh Gaya, India, and showcased Bardot's ongoing commitment to the well-being of animals. Her dedication to the cause of animal welfare extended to this annual camp, where veterinary care was provided to animals in need, further highlighting her global reach and impact. In July 2015, Bardot continued to be a vocal advocate for animals on a global scale. She publicly condemned Australian politician Greg Hunt's plan to eradicate 2 million cats in an effort to save endangered species like the waru and night parrot. Bardot's outspoken stance on this issue underscored her unwavering commitment to the protection of all animals, regardless of their location. Brigitte Bardot's tireless efforts in the field of animal welfare spanned continents and transcended political boundaries. Her actions and advocacy demonstrated the depth of her compassion for animals and her determination to make a positive impact on their lives. Her influence resonated far beyond the entertainment industry, establishing her as a revered figure in the realm of animal rights and conservation. Brigitte Bardot, celebrated as an iconic figure of the 1950s and 1960s, left an indelible mark on the worlds of fashion and film. In the realm of fashion, Bardot's influence was profound. She was not only hailed as a style icon, but also served as a muse for renowned designers such as Dior, Balmain, and Pierre Cardin. Her distinctive fashion sense and timeless elegance inspired trends and left a lasting legacy in the fashion industry. One of the most enduring fashion trends associated with Bardot is the Bardot neckline. This distinctive style features a wide-open neck that gracefully exposes both shoulders. The Bardot neckline became synonymous with her and gained widespread popularity. It was commonly used for knitted sweaters, jumpers, and various tops and dresses, exemplifying her impact on clothing design. Bardot's influence extended to swimwear as well. She played a pivotal role in popularizing the bikini, particularly through her early films. In Manina, 1952, released in France as Manina, la fille sans voile, she flaunted the bikini on screen, paving the way for its acceptance as a fashionable swimwear choice. Her iconic presence in a bikini on the beaches of the south of France during the Cannes Film Festival further solidified the bikini's status as a daring yet stylish choice. One of her most famous films, And God Created Woman, 1956, directed by Roger Vadim and co-starring Jean-Louis Trintignant, propelled Bardot to international fame. In the film, she portrayed an immoral teenager who scandalized a small-town setting with her flirtatious behavior, often clad in a bikini. The film's success not only elevated Bardot's career, but also contributed to the popularization of the bikini as a symbol of sensuality and liberation. Additionally, Bardot's image was closely linked with the shoemaker Repetto, who designed a pair of ballerina flats for her in 1956. These shoes became known as Repetto flats and remain an iconic fashion item to this day, paying homage to Bardot's enduring influence on style. While the bikini was relatively well accepted in France during the 1950s, it still faced resistance in the United States, where it was considered risqué. Anna Coley, a prominent American swimsuit designer, even remarked in 1959 that the bikini was nothing more than a G-string and pushed the boundaries of decency. One of her notable contributions to fashion was the popularization of the choucroute hairstyle, a unique style reminiscent of a beehive hairdo. Her adoption of this distinctive hairstyle turned it into a fashion sensation that captivated the imagination of many. Additionally, Bardot played a pivotal role in making gingham clothes fashionable. Her choice of a checkered pink dress designed by Jacques Esterel for her wedding to Jacques Charrier became an iconic fashion statement that resonated with women of her era. The world of art also celebrated Bardot's allure and influence. She became the subject of an iconic painting by the renowned artist Andy Warhol. This artistic tribute solidified her status as a cultural icon and muse to prominent artists. Bardot's influence extended far beyond art and fashion. Her signature looks, including her teased hair and winged eyeliner, continued to inspire countless women for decades. Isabella Biedenharn of LA aptly noted that Bardot's style choices and beauty routines have motivated countless individuals to emulate her. One of Bardot's most famous and evocative poses is known as the Bardot pose. This iconic modeling portrait, captured around 1960, features Bardot dressed only in a pair of black pantyhose, with her legs crossed over her front and her arms crossed over her breasts. This striking pose has been emulated by numerous models and celebrities, including Lindsay Lohan, Elle Macpherson, Gisele Bündchen, and Rihanna. Bardot's ability to create timeless and provocative images left an indelible mark on the world of fashion and beauty. Her influence even extended to the realm of national symbolism. In the late 1960s, Bardot's silhouette served as a model for designing and modeling the bust of Marianne, a symbol of the French Republic. Her image represented the spirit of France and reflected her cultural significance. Beyond fashion and art, Bardot's impact reached the world of travel and tourism. She played a pivotal role in popularizing the picturesque city of Saint-Tropez in France and the charming town of Armação dos Búzios in Brazil. Her visit to Búzios in 1964, accompanied by her boyfriend at the time, Brazilian musician Bob Zaguri, drew attention to the region. Today, the place where she stayed in Búzios has been transformed into a small hotel, Pousada do Sol, and a French restaurant named Cigalon. The town of Búzios even hosts a statue of Bardot, created by the artist Cristina Motta, as a tribute to her role in promoting the town's beauty and charm. Among her devoted admirers were none other than John Lennon and Paul McCartney of the Beatles. The legendary musicians held Bardot in such high regard that they entertained the idea of creating a film featuring both the Beatles and Bardot, much like the iconic A Hard Day's Night. Although these plans were conceived, they ultimately remained unfulfilled. Bardot's impact on the Beatles was profound. John Lennon's first wife, Cynthia Powell, even lightened her hair color to better resemble Bardot. George Harrison, another member of the Beatles, drew comparisons between Bardot and his first wife, Pattie Boyd, as recounted in Cynthia Powell's book, A Twist of Lennon. In a meeting that remains notable in pop culture history, John Lennon and Brigitte Bardot had a chance encounter in 1968 at the Mayfair Hotel. Beatles press agent Derek Taylor introduced them, but the circumstances of the meeting were unconventional. Lennon, feeling nervous, had taken LSD before their meeting, and Bardot herself was not overly impressed with the situation. Lennon later humorously recalled the encounter, noting, "I was on acid and she was on her way out." Bardot's magnetic influence extended to the realm of music, where legendary musician Bob Dylan dedicated the first song he ever wrote to her. Her name also found its way into one of his songs, I Shall Be Free, which appeared on his second album, The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Her impact on Dylan's early career underscores her cultural significance and the allure she held for artists across different fields. Recognizing her enduring influence and legacy, the first official exhibition dedicated to Brigitte Bardot's life and impact opened in Boulogne-Billancourt on September 29, 2009, just one day after her 75th birthday. This exhibition celebrated her as a cultural icon and explored the lasting impressions she made on the worlds of fashion, film, and music. What do you think about Brigitte Bardot's life, career, and legacy? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.